foot tapping on the dash. We can take the back roads, no one else around. Hit my arm when I go too fast. It's a good morning. It's a good morning.
What are you doing? Hi, Paris. Hi, big girl. Yes, hi, Paris. Oh, they're behind the trees, but they're running. Oh. Hi, girls. Hi. Paris, it's okay. Hi, girls. I know, new doggies. You're a little worked up. Yeah. And why did you go get covered in sap? That's going to be fun to get off. You are chunky. We're going to start riding. Riding on these hills, getting you to lose some weight. Looks like you got a little scrape, but it's not deep. I already checked it. Yeah, you're chunky girl. Ready to go for a ride, Kamani? So pretty, girl. I'm gonna have to bathe you just to get that off of you. Huh? Alright, definitely groundwork time for this one before we head out. She hasn't been worked in a while, but I think it was like a week or two ago I rode her. So anyways, I tacked her up like this, and I couldn't get the cinches because she was standing over here, and it's hard to tell on camera, but it's a really steep slope. So I knew once I got the saddle on, I'd have to move her to a flat area to tighten the girths where they needed to be. So I went to do that, and of course the girths aren't on, but the saddle is, and she decided suddenly that the saddle is scary, jumped to the side, didn't buck or anything, but the saddle came off in all these weeds. So I just spent the last like 15 minutes picking out all the stickers and everything out of the saddle pad and the saddle so that, you know, we don't have an issue. And then the funny thing is I went to stretch her. I always stretch her front legs when I go to get on because I had a gelding named Fraser who, no matter what tack you used on him, he always had saddle sores, whether you stretched him or not. So it got to the point where I pretty much rode him bareback when I was in that camp with him. So anyways, I've always done that with her. And she loves to stretch her right leg. So her left leg, she kind of didn't care. She stretched. Her right leg, she picks up. I pick up, go to stretch it out, and she literally lays down on her front end to stretch. And didn't bring the leg back underneath her. She kept it stretched out. The minute I let go, she jumped back up. So we're going to do just a little bit of groundwork to make sure she is thinking before we go. Good girl. I know that water bottle's a little heavier than the one you're used to, huh? Holds more water. Good girl. Hard to do with one hand. Whoa. Whoa. Good girl. Of course, I go to make sure she's good at the canter too, off camera, because it's a little difficult to do with one hand. And I slip and step in a hole and slide into the gravel while she's cantering around me. Luckily, she just kind of stopped and looked at me like, what in the heck? So hopefully our ride goes better than everything else. All right, we just did some flexing and a little bit of backing. I think we're good to go. I know, Abby. I'll bring you out and work with you next time. Put the saddle on you, see where it goes. See how things go next time, yeah. Right now, I wanted a calm, easy day. It hasn't been that calm, but it hasn't been too bad either. Just some hiccups. Hi, pretty girl. Girls want to race a little bit? Come on, Abby. She's beating you, Abby. Oh. Good girls. Oh, would you trip? Good girls. It's just muddy road. This is my part of the road that I don't really care for because this is a stretch where there's tons of blind corners both ways. So I'm gonna try shorten up my reins here a little bit, and we're gonna get up here. If she can canter it, we'll canter. If she can trot, we'll trot. But I just want to get her out of this section quickly and safely, just because there's not a lot of horses up here, so people don't know to look out for us. Here's the biggest blind corner. Oh, you're speeding up on your own, huh? Okay. Getting tired now, huh, the girl? You gotta slow down. That's alright. Those are the biggest corners I wanted to get past. I know that hill's steep, huh? Alright, we're back. All in all, a very interesting ride. Had a few moments that I didn't get on film where this mare will go through lakes, puddles, anything like that. But there was a dried up mud puddle and she was afraid of that. So we worked on that for a second. And then we got to a top of a ridge where I wasn't filming. And there was 2 quails sitting on a post. I know you're tired and sweaty. Yes, because you're out of shape. Yes. There was 2 quails sitting on the post, and I'm like kind of riding nonchalant, all loose. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit a little deep because she does tend to jump and notice every little thing and spooks quite a bit. But once you know her and you know her spooks, they're easy to ride. She doesn't bolt or anything like that. The most she'll do is kind of spin real quick, but she doesn't bolt. So I'm like, okay, she's going to spook at these 2 quails if we go by and they fly up, right? And so they flew up and she didn't even notice, right? Well, all of a sudden, a whole bunch that I didn't even know were there, probably 10 more quail fly up. She goes to kind of jump. We're on loose gravel because It was packed the other day, but then it rained, so it's loose right now. So when she jumped, her foot slipped, and she didn't hit the ground, I didn't hit the ground. She just kind of went down a little further than she intended to when she spooked, and then got up and kind of looked around. Like she didn't hit the ground, she just jumped and went a little further, but interesting ride on her. It's always an interesting ride, but she did good. She did good. She actually worked up a sweat this time, which this horse barely does unless you really, really ride her. And I mean hardcore ride her. So, but because she's a good girl, alfalfa pellets. She can have a couple little handfuls. Yeah. Hello. She good. Whiskey, it's okay. Whiskey. Hey. Stop. Whiskey. It's okay. They're not gonna hurt you. Whiskey. They're not gonna hurt you. No. Hey. Hey. You girls don't even care about the dog bark, do you?